Welcome into... I'm going to take that up again.
Yeah, because that was real loud.
Real loud.
Welcome in, listeners, to Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, now a part of the Marshland Media NPR, but not that NPR. This is a completely different NPR, just an NPR style, but not that NPR podcast conglomerate empire. It's me, now s3e McCollum, and with me as always is...
How you guys doing? It's me, fuckface McGillicuddy.
All right, so as you know, that Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling is also part of the MLM NPR broadcasting wing, but also simultaneously the shock jock of the early 2000s school of radio broadcasting. For I am s3e McCollum, and I'm with...
Fuckface McGillicuddy.
What's up, motherfuckers?
That's right. Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling is back. Back to the temple for Season 3, Lucha Underground. Fuckface McGillicuddy has been portrayed by Sean Marciniak, which is me. Haha, hello. Thank you so much, James, for that truly beautiful, beautiful, beautiful NPR intro.
Well, we're going to have to keep in you screaming so people understand the through line there.
I understand there was yes, you can't make a few eggs without shattering a few eardrums because you refuse to not peek the microphone. That's just how I'm living my life right now, dude.
Oh, you can't make a few eggs without... one money clip, one cell phone, a gold watch, and finally, a giant key.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that awesome bit to make sense, because we watched episode 1 of season 3, the season premiere, if you will, of Lucha Underground. This episode is called Wheel of Misfortune. And I'm excited to be back in the temple.
I'm not. I wish they went outside, touch some grass, motherfuckers, or maybe on clay.
Okay. I'm thinking the clay court from Mario Tennis for Nintendo 64.
I was referencing tennis, yes.
Okay, all right. Have you ever played tennis, actually?
Yeah, my ex played a bunch of tennis, so she would sometimes bring me out to the court. I was not good at it, brother.
I also was not good at tennis. I only picked up tennis because of Super Mario Tennis for the Nintendo 64.
Just play Super Mario Tennis for the Nintendo 64. This is the same thing. Yeah, I really like racing games. Or kart racing games. I'll check out Need for Speed. No, not the same thing. Need for Speed's more realistic opposed to an arcadey kart racer, and that's every single thing Mario does outside of his normal games.
I don't think I've ever seen you come into an episode with the hiccups.
I don't think it's hiccups, okay?
Okay, what do you think this is?
I think it's a demon trying to get out of me. I got possessed a couple days ago, and I'm feeling a little wild.
Oh, geez. James, hanging out at the docks, getting possessed yet again. That's classic both James and Doc behavior.
And these are yacht docks, okay? Because, rich people, they love Satanism. And, the real kind, not the Levian kind. They worship the devil. Put a demon in me.
Yeah, well, it's because to be honest, Satanism can be a little bit expensive. What with all the priceless antiques and the various candles and waxes and books. You think they're putting Satanism books on tape? Not yet, but hopefully very soon.
Well, also, you can't do that because a lot of the reading, you read it out loud. Studio's haunted.
And you think it's expensive to be a Satanist now? Try it with a haunted studio. Exorcisms don't come cheap. So you gotta get these.
Oh, actually, no. Hold on. Famously, exorcisms, if you are going to an actual exorcist, are free.
Oh, wait, what? No.
Yes.
Exorcisms cost you $175, and then they pat your wife's butt in front of you as you watch. That's what my exorcist assures me every time he comes through.
No, I think you're just getting cucked, my brother.
Wait, are you telling me my exorcist, Father Vinny Boombots, is less than reputable?
Not at all respected in the field.
Guys, do not hire for your exorcism needs Father Vinny Boombots. Instead, listen to Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, which you already are.
Or hire Father John Misty. He'll do a good job.
Yeah, I don't know a Father John Misty song, so I was just going to do the opening guitar riff to Jackass and hope that was close enough.
I don't think it will be. That dude's like, hey, I want to make a podcast about eating pizza on the Earwolf Network.
You're right, it did not work. Wait, he's making a pizza podcast?
No, we don't have time. This is such a long time ago, back when if anyone was anyone, podcasting companies would be like, hey, yeah, you want to make a podcast with us? And someone said the worst pilot that he ever recorded was for this. Not specific, they bleeped it out, but everyone was able to surmise, and like the sleuths on the internet were like, oh no, yeah, it was Father John Misty.
You know what though? Hell the fuck yeah. The worst idea is better than no idea at all.
No. I'd rather be drilled in the head like the spider did to that dude in Arkham Manor than have a bad idea.
Oh my gosh, I even have a Batman-related note to this episode.
Whoa!
We just gotta get into it.
So it's Dario, he's working out, he's looking ripped and fit, baby, ready to go back to the Dungeon of Doom, a.k.a. the Temple of Tantalizing Fear.
Yeah.
The Temple of Taint.
All right. Go back to the temple. James, what do you mean? Where is Dario right now getting his veiny swell on?
He's in prison, and the guy comes up saying the classic thing, hey, you must know someone. You must have friends in high places. Well, I have fiends in low places now that I'm possessed by a demon, because I was trying to, speaking of haunted studios, I was trying to retrofit a room within one of these yachts to be a studio, and I was like, it's just not practical. Why do you need this? Well, now I know they're trying to do communications out in the international waters of Lake Michigan.
Yep. Those classic international waters of Lake Michigan, of course.
Right in the middle. It creates a pentagram of international waters. At least that's what they told me.
Sure. Now, because... Sure. I hope that demon works out for you. No, it's Dario's getting out of prison. He gives the old "you have no idea" in response to "you must have friends in high places." And we get another famous getting out of prison trope: the prison guard handing you back all of your stuff. One money clip, one cell phone, one gold watch, one giant key,
which sums him up perfectly.
Yeah, it's also delivered very... Did you recognize who this police officer was, by the way, giving him back his stuff?
I did not, but I do want to comment on the fact that he, kind of like Sean would say back in the day, goes... Cueto Dario.
Cueto Dario. Yeah, it's very... Well, it's the fucking Honky Tonk Man. Former record holder for longest intercontinental title reign in the WWF. And I don't know that he's a piece of shit, but he doesn't seem like a good guy.
Okay, what gives you that impression?
He wrestled for the WWF in the 90s.
Okay, well, unless you know specific stories, stop saying that stuff. What if he's a charitable, nice person, and then you say that, then people are like, oh, wait, maybe there are rumors to be true.
No, I don't think charitable is not. It's weird to see Honky Tonk Man here, but he's out here playing a cop. Yeah, I was so surprised to see Honky Tonk Man in this capacity, but he get a payday. Sure, why not? Applesauce isn't cheap. So the Honky Tonk Man police officer gives Dario all of his stuff back, including Giant Key. Limo pulls up, gets Dario out of the rain. I know we talked a lot about last season how much the asylum reminded me of Twisted Metal Black. And I was a little bummed that we weren't back at the asylum. However, the shot of Dario standing in the rain and his reflection in the puddle was very Twisted Metal Black. So even though we're not at the asylum, we're still getting some Twisted Metal Black. And of course we are. Like, how dare I doubt the Twisted Metal Blackness of Lucha Underground? It's so good. And in some ways, I think I liked this shot even better. This rain in the puddle, because there was just more color to it. It's very good. I'm already very excited. I'm getting my sweet tooth on as this limo pulls up.
Yeah, and how dare you challenge or question the charitable nature of the Honky Tonk Man. Mm-hmm. He donates his hair to Locks of Love once a year.
His hair. Wait, did you find that somewhere?
Yes, in his personal life, that's it. Like, there's no... It just
on the
says,
wiki?
Yeah, on his wiki, all it says, the only bad thing is that, like, his first marriage was brief, but then he married someone in 1984, and they've been married ever since.
That interesting. Yeah, there's that. Okay. I haven't heard good things, but it's all like wrestling stories, like personal fan interactions, where it's just like, no, he's just not been a very easy person to work with or a great person to meet. I'd say maybe 60%, maybe like 40% of the time. Like, his job is an entertainer, so he does do meet and greets. But from what I've heard, like 40% of the time, it's just kind of weird. I don't know.
Okay, then that's 60% of the time. It's good.
All right. You know what? Great. Honky Tonk Man. Thanks for being here.
Coming from a man who got straight D's in high school and college, Sean.
Okay, wait, who?
You.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I talked to over the weekend, and she said, oh yeah, you gotta bring up how this bitch got straight D's.
Yes, straight D's. Very good grades that I received for working hard and being studious.
She said, hey, and if he tries to do a D's nuts, I also have a story about him getting teabagged at a sleepover.
What?
I don't know. It came from his mouth to God's ear. Me.
All right, James. I think that demon is going to your head. You're
Sean,
being
are you not
weird.
Wearing pants?
No, why? Oh, yeah. No, absolutely not. Are you kidding me?
Guys,
oh my God.
See on full display his leg.
Like a snippet of a knee, and James is losing
I
it.
saw full thigh. I could see up to where you must be wearing short underwear, or it's hiked up.
James, I'm gonna need you to pull it together for like 2 seconds.
I'm pulling it. Hey guys, all that stuff. Right. Sean was good in high school. I don't know about college because actually didn't mention that stuff. Just said he was Excelsior in high school.
Wonderful. And yeah, I'm not wearing pants right now. Can we focus on wrestling?
Yeah, I'll pull it together if you pull up them pants.
What pants? I'm not wearing any. We're at the desk.
Yes.
The chimps play us in. Matt is thankful that Vampiro is back and healthy. And Vampiro is, after the violent falling out between himself and his protege, Pentagón Jr., he doesn't want to be anyone's master. He doesn't want to be anyone's mentor anymore. He's got one job, and that's it.
It's not that he says, I don't want to be that anymore. He says, I am no one's master. I am no one's mentor. I am only here for one job. As if, like, it felt very much a PR move. But it's like, yeah, we know this is a story. The higher-ups, the executives, wouldn't be telling you to say this.
No, and if this is coming from anyone, it's coming from Pentagón Jr., who was wrestling for the title, did not defeat the champion, so was not the champion himself, and blamed Vampiro for that a little bit. I think blamed Vampiro for not getting him back in the shape he was ready to be in to take Matanza down.
Yeah, all he was doing was putting him on some, like, ropes and then breaking his back more.
Yeah, and, like, again, if you listened to us last season, a very horny kind of way.
Okay.
It's incredibly so. A lot of sex swings. I mean, ropes suspended from the ceiling that looked like sex swings. That's what I mean was going on last season. It was crazy.
If I owned a home, you better believe I'd have a sex swing hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, man, if I owned a home, you better believe I would have a swing, and then I would have a sex swing, because I don't want to get the two confused.
Oh, man, if I owned a home, I'd be swinging.
Oh, nice. If I had a swing, I'd be homing.
Oh, damn. Hell yeah. Homing.
Hey.
because then you'd swing real high and then you'd home in on a villain and then you'd do batter and then
you do a batter?
No, like a do-gooder. You have a do-batter.
Oh, okay, that makes yes.
Fly up, you home into them, then you take them out with the quickness. They didn't see what's coming.
Yeah, give them that dive kick action. Kia!
Oh!
So Vampiro is over it. Pentagón has broken up with Vampiro, and Vampiro's handling it just fine. Dario Cueto is in the ring right now. He has a microphone, and his brother, Matanza. The Lucha Underground champion, of course. Couple of announcements from Dario. First, the main event tonight is going to be Rey Mysterio versus Pentagón Dark, which is the super evil variant of Pentagón Jr. He gets even more evil. A man Cueto would have fired if Penta didn't redeem himself by bringing the most violence and, quote, bleeding Vampiro like a pig, snort, 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 oink, oink. When Dario's on top, I know I've talked about this before, he just gets so silly about how truly evil he is. Because he doesn't say snort, obviously. He looks directly into Vampiro's soul and just goes oink, oink, oink. It would be cute if he wasn't, again, so decidedly evil.
Yeah, if I were up there, instead of saying I'm horny for bloodletting, or I'm horny for pig...
Bloodletting?
For pigletting. Like pig Latin, yibba gabba. Hey guys, I'm horny for violence. Yibba gabba. That's how you do pig Latin. But I would say instead of I'm horny for pigletting, I'd say I'm horny for bleeding like a dog. And then I'd start going, instead of doing arf noises, I'd go meow, 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 meow.
Of course, because the Dominator, which is no longer patent pending and no longer under legal jurisdiction.
We're season 3, baby.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We have defeated the government, or the government has been so distracted by a series of other lawsuits that the Dominator lawsuit is slipping under the wire.
Judge threw it out. That's good as we won.
Yeah. I mean, did the judge throw out the case because I spilled barbecue sauce on the case so that it was illegible? Yes. Will that type of throwing out the case hold up in a court of law? We will find out.
Well, technically, the court threw it out, and Sean and I, we are at a little of an impasse. I did not agree to the barbecue sauce because that is sauce that I use. Now I have to go buy more barbecue sauce, but bygones be bygones and be BBQ.
And James does not believe me. I appeal to you, dear listeners. I was not trying. I would never interfere with American judicious system activities. I would never interfere in those. I merely was carrying a bowl of barbecue sauce back to my seat in the gallery where I had a couple of French fries left in the bottom of a bag. And I like barbecue sauce with my fries. I'm a stumbly guy. Okay, I did not want to spill that bowl of barbecue sauce. I just happened to. And it happened to land on some court documents. You can't accuse me of a goddamn thing without a bit of evidence, okay? That's all I got to say about it.
You did try to blame it on a dog, which would have been good. Like, that would have also supported our case more. Dogs aren't just laying around if they're in the Dominator. They know where their place is. But they said...
Can I tell you, James?
I
was about to... You are correct. I was about to blame a dog. Then I looked at the dog's eyes, and then I looked at your smiling eyes with you ever see someone and they're smiling and there's not like a pillar of flames? It's not a real pillar of flames going on behind them, but you see a pillar of flames going on behind them. That's what I saw in your eyes when you saw me starting to blame the dog.
Damn, I'm like Black Adam from DC Universe.
Yeah, you're kind of like Black Adam from the Young Rock.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Young Rock is so good.
I know.
Do you know?
Nah. But what? So the main event tonight is going to be Rey versus Pentagón. But what about Matanza? What's the champion doing tonight? Because there's no one left. He's beaten everyone. So, hey, I've got a new concept. My name is Dario, and I bring you Dario's Dial of Doom.
Who?
It's a spinning wheel with a series of names of credible opponents who have not yet faced Matanza.
I would like to ask a future guest. Yes, guys, we will have a future guest who may or may not have been on Lucha Underground as a wrestler.
Oh, shit. I was going to say, we're getting Blue Demon Jr.?
Oh, I wish, dude.
Same. Yo, for real, same.
I want to say a joke, but I'd have to bleep out the name.
Don't worry, we're getting guests because we're fun and cool. Wink.
Wink, wink.
Ayo,
oh, no, I was going to say someone we would never get on who has been on Lucha Underground, but that was the joke that's why I would need to bleep it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're getting...
Oh, gosh. I'm so excited to hear that's going to be bleeps.
Oh, real quick, I would like to ask them if this was actually randomized.
I'm curious. I feel like it could not have been. But though the wheel, like, I love Lucha Underground and I love what they do. I love that they swing for the fences. This kind of felt like nothing. This felt like, even the design for the wheel, it reminded me of, if you've played Banjo-Tooie, the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, one of the stages is a theme park stage.
Oh.
So there is split up into like many little worlds. There's like a Western world and a space-themed world. And then there's a lava world. And the reason I bring that up is because the font they use for Dario's Dial of Doom, it looks way too much like Inferno Tower from Lava World from the lava section in Witchy World, which is a very specific reference, but it does go to like, it's almost a little too cartoony for Dario, for your main authority villain. Like, we're supposed to be a little more afraid of him than we are goofed by him. Mm-hmm. I feel like the wheel doesn't really do anything. Like, he just kind of like, whoops, there it is. And okay, great. Matanza's gonna face Son of Havoc today. Like, it feels cheaper than I'd like it to be.
Yeah.
But they're doing something. I still appreciate them trying something more than not trying something.
Mm-hmm. Also, I sent you a picture of the demon. I believe this is like the 1990 series. The font looked a lot like the font of the demon.
I see that too, but I'm a little more intimidated by this font of the comic than I was Dario's.
Yeah.
Which is okay. And that is and yes, I slipped it in there. Son of Havoc. The wheel lands on Son of Havoc. That match is happening next. It is Son of Havoc versus Matanza Cueto for the Lucha Underground Championship. Woo! And this match actually goes way harder than I expected it to be.
Oh, yeah,
this was a great match. Yeah. And a lot of Son of Havoc.
Yeah.
A lot of Son of Havoc. Yeah. For as dominant a champion and competitor as Matanza's been, like, he's just been beating the shit out of people, not looking back. Son of Havoc takes him to his limit. And that is exactly the type of shit I'm here for.
Which is crazy. Son of Havoc to Matanza's just baby food, you know?
That's what Dario believed when this match and says. But he is a fool and he is wrong.
Yeah, he's big people food.
Yeah, he's a big boy now. He's a big boy with a big springboard back elbow, which he starts the match. Like, he comes out swinging and then just continues to swing.
After, like, maybe the second move, he tries to, like, shoulder check him from, like, the middle or top rope, but then mid-air, Matanza just shoulder checks him back and just blasts him away into the corner. That was so cool.
It's crazy. Like, as much as Son of Havoc goes in and goes on and kind of like takes advantage very soon, but Matanza never is really out of it. Like, Matanza's still like at any moment, the shoulder check out of the sky was insane. And it kind of it becomes a big part of the story they're telling. Because right after that, Son of Havoc stays mobile. He does that cartwheel off of the top rope to dodge another attack, which always looks so cool. And he's running and he's on the run, and then boom, shoulder again. Like, as many tools and tricks, and that I feel like this match does a good job. I'm convinced that Son of Havoc could beat Matanza.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers, he does not beat him tonight. But I think the match was even better, more impressive. It's like, no, they're still building Matanza, which makes sense. And they're still teasing. They know how much the crowd wants. And have been fans and they want Son of Havoc to be the guy. When Son of Havoc got to the finals of the tournament at the end of season 2, everyone was there for it. Mm-hmm. Ever since the trios really took over. I mean, Angelico was over, Evilise was over. Like, all 3 of them were over, but like Son of Havoc was something special. Like, people really want to see Son of Havoc be the guy.
Mm-hmm. Jettison into the platosphere.
Yeah, and he was platted out. He was platted out as fuck in this match.
But now he's the champion of every indie, pretty much.
Yes, and he's the champion of our hearts, which, if you know anything about Kingdom Hearts, that's fucking light, Sora. So think about that. Think about that, Riku. Think about hey, James, I don't know if I told you this today, but if you walk away, you will not hear me say please, nor will I say ooh baby, don't go. For the thing you must understand, James, simple and clean is the way you are making me feel tonight, and it's hard to let it go. Much like the way Matanza will let go of Son of Havoc in the middle of a fucking gut-wrench suplex and he goes, ow. I'm not sure I'm going to relate all this.
Sean, you were on a thread, and then I feel like you just were like, oh, let me sever this midstream real quick, and then you went somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I am right now.
You're at your shared apartment with Torchy.
Okay.
For first-time listeners, Torchy is our friend, and I keep saying Sean lives with her because he does.
I don't, but I might soon. My lease is up. Which is going to be so weird if I do become roommates with Torchy and her partner and another friend of ours. Because that joke has been going on for, it's not even a joke. It's just a lie about my living situation.
No, it's a misunderstanding with Nicole and I. And then we just.
Oh, yeah, because you actually thought that was the case.
Yes.
For a minute. Okay. Yes.
And I had something to comment on and I forgot. Oh, you're going to be a content house now. A creator house, baby.
I'm just trying to be like Mr. Beast if he had $0.
Yeah, well, you're about to get money because it will be nonstop creativity in that home.
Mm-hmm. That money's going right back to my barbecue bowl defense fund, though.
Oh, yeah. You do owe me and it's like $2.50 for a can of the stuff I like. Yeah, I get my barbecue sauce in cans.
That's $2.50 for the can of barbecue sauce you like. It's another $2.58 for the lawyer that I need that I like. Because I gotta pay you back. I'm also the judge. It was illegal. That was considered interfering with an investigation.
Oh, okay. Then I guess it's interfering when a dog at the end of a movie saves the relationship and steals the heart of the watcher. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah, the dog
dogs need to go
you.
to prison. The dog James, he's still just a dog. Okay,
yeah.
I don't have a lot else going on, so I can't have you go to prison for Dominator-based crimes. I enjoy you as a friend and as a podcast partner too much, but James, I can't turn on the dogs like this. Okay, I can't. They still don't deserve to be placed into a machine, a cage-like machine, where the walls get slowly smaller and smaller and enclosed to simulate crushing. Never to actually physically crush, only to simulate it in the dog's mind, which is the Dominator. If this is your first time on the podcast, hey, thanks so much for listening. This is a weird bit of lore that's been going on for too long. James, as much as I love you and I can't allow you to see Prison Time, I will not allow the Dominator to see store shelves again.
We should make a parody. I'm just a dog and my life is a woof woof.
Hell yeah, we should.
That's Simple Plan, baby. And the simplest plan is to make a parody of an album that came out in 2002.
Hey, speaking of simple plans, Matanza has a simple plan. Withstand all of Son of Havoc's offense, some of his best moves, including the double stomp. We get the parallel elbow. We get this beautiful cutter, Chujikatami armbar. Shooting Star Press, withstand all of that, catch a springboarding Son of Havoc into your arms, and slamming down with that Wrath of Gods. That's the Matanza simple plan to pin and defeat Son of Havoc at 7 minutes and 25 seconds.
But Sean, where was that parallel elbow going to?
It was going straight to his groin.
No. Vampiro said right in the nuts. Guys, it's season 3. They can say nuts now. They don't have to say the lower thigh area or upper where the thigh meets. Like, they can say nuts now.
And it's better than Christmas. The day your television network gives you permission to say the word nuts, it's fuck any other holiday you were thinking of. It's National Nut Saying Day.
Yeah, I'm roasting your nuts on my parallel elbow. It's Christmas time.
Exactly. Balls roasting on my falling parallel elbow.
Oh, guys, roast my balls. So,
roast my Tom Brady.
Whoa, okay, all right.
All right, yeah.
You gotta check out that Tom Brady roast.
I do. You also gotta check out that Conor O'Malley special.
I won't. No, I'm kidding. I will.
I've seen it 4 times. That's too many, but it's so good.
I think it's not enough.
All right.
I want you to hyper fixate on this and it ruins your social life.
I have so many other things have ruined my social life. I'm like a meme where he's like, they've taken everything from me. I don't actually know what meme I'm referencing. I have no social life. What I do have
Hold on,
is,
you want to know what's the real ruiner of your social life?
No, but please tell me.
Your sister out of nowhere messaging your friends lies about your past.
Why would she do that, James?
That's what she was doing to me. She was trying to convince me that you were straight D's nuts. And I said, no, he's a smart man. He cared about school.
Can I ask you, when you were doing that bit and you had that bit kind of like locked and loaded in the brain, ready to go, was it in the expectation that I was going to follow up with a D's nuts joke?
No.
Okay. That's like as you were doing it, like, ooh, I'm setting up for a D's nuts bit. Okay.
No, I was just saying you got straight D's because you were saying 60%.
Oh, which is a D.
Yeah.
I suppose. All right.
I wasn't really calling it. Were you upset by that?
I don't know why I was.
Okay.
I think it was those, as an improviser, I'm also just coming in very mushy brained today. I got a whole lot of new hours, which is very nice. Ooh. It's the first time. Hey, very excited and quick tangent. It should be the first time I'm living slightly above poverty since I moved to Chicago.
Ooh.
I'll be able to make like a decent little chunk of change. It's very exciting. I am exhausted. But so when you gave me this beautiful gift as an improviser, this straight D's in high school, as the information was portrayed by my own sister, what a beautiful gift for improv. That my brain was just not capable of wrapping itself around.
You've met my sister via table reads. She would never make up lies. She would just go for the throat and say truths about me.
Yeah. Hey, precious dear sister who does not listen to this podcast, thank you for making up lies and not telling James the vicious, horrible truths. For they abound my soul. I cannot stand for you to know my vicious, horrible truths.
She did start saying truths like, oh yeah, he used to fall asleep every weekend to the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. That could get him. I was like, he already revealed that on a podcast. So every single thing to the truths, I'm like, he's already saying it.
No, that's actually, as I was saying it, I was like, at this point, you know most of my vicious truths.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Well.
I forgot there was one a while ago that when you said it, I was like, that is wild. You just told me that, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, man, and you never will. Dario's office, Worldwide Underground come in, and they've got something to say. Worldwide Underground is Johnny Mundo, PJ Black, Jack Evans, and Taya. What they're saying is that Johnny's sick of waiting in line for a title shot. How come D-bags, like Son of Havoc, are getting title shots, but not me, Johnny Mundo? Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, I'm sad. Dario counters, maybe it's your fortune. I make my own fortune. Give me a title match. Dario's giving it to Johnny straight. He's not been impressed with Johnny's work. Their last match was a loss of the trios titles to Drago, Phoenix, and Aerostar. Worldwide Underground has not been on top. So Dario mentions Johnny's not getting the title match because he just lost at Ultima Lucha. Johnny says, well, that's only because of Angelico, but we took care of him. And they all start laughing as we cut to flashback. It is the night of Ultima Lucha 2. Worldwide Underground jump Angelico exiting the temple, and Johnny, no scarf, scarf, no shirt. Shirt, no scarf is the regular. But yeah, no, we're doing scarf, no shirt. Wait, James, are you not on board with scarf, no shirt?
No, I don't like scarves touching my skin. Like it just, and then he's sweaty as well. Ugh.
That's fair. That makes sense. And I am not going to impress upon you how much I absolutely fucking dig scarf, no shirt.
You want to know what holds sweat well? Scarves.
Golly. I mean, yeah. Which is why it's the ultimate weapon. If you think about it, you wrestle around while you're wearing a scarf all day, and then at the end of the match, you take your scarf off to slap someone in the face, and it's like an extra 50 pounds heavier because it's holding all of that sweat. Mm-hmm. It's the next nunchucks.
Oh, dang. But I got to start selling those on sniffer.com.
Oh, shoot. It's a pair of nunchucks that you can then sell for, I'm assuming sniffer.com is where you sell things that people can sniff erotically.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's both a weapon and an erotic tool. We gotta start, honestly, sweat scarves, we're canceling the podcast. We're canceling the Dominator for a variety of reasons, but number one with a bullet ought to be so we can sell these sweat scarves.
Oh, yeah. Especially, we'll reach out to wrestlers. We'll start with the indies. Then once we get the credibility, we can work our way up to the major players in the game. Like, I don't know.
You really don't know.
I wanted to say like a jobber who's going on right now, but I don't know anyone going on. Maybe a little man called who's like anyone who is the leader of like the Nexus.
Wade Barrett, but I think that's almost 10 years ago now. Is it Nexus like 2016, 2014?
Yeah, a little man called Wade Barrett.
He doesn't even wrestle anymore. He's a commentator.
Okay. All right. He still sweats while I sweat while I'm screaming in a microphone. He probably does too.
That's true. You never know when I think not even just for wrestling. I think for self-defense purposes, for erotic purposes.
Yeah.
And anything in between.
Well, I'm saying we should be selling the pre-sweated sweat scarves to people who want to smell them.
And James, I forgot our podcast has a name. Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling. Sweaty Time Pro Scarves.
Okay, or Nicole might get on. No, that was Scars. She had it was before Darling Homebody. It was Darling Scars. But now we're doing we're doing scarves, okay?
We're doing scarves, motherfuckers.
I used to go up to Nicole when we were at like Goodwill or something, and I had a scarf on, and I'd go, you want to know how I got all these scarves?
Oh, I like that. That's cute as fuck.
I don't know where our through line was, but let's just go back to a note, I guess.
Johnny's not wearing a shirt. He is wearing a scarf. He takes Angelico's leg, and he has to get one in every episode. He welcomes this pasty string bean to Slamtown by slamming a car door repeatedly into his leg. It's fucking gross, actually. They cut back from the flashback. They're all still laughing. Dario cuts his laugh off. He's like, ha ha ha, great story, but you still don't get a title shot.
Uh-huh.
Johnny's willing to negotiate. He's like, well, okay, then give me Sexy Star Gift of the Gods title match, and then I'll challenge Matanza. And he's like, no, you all lost. I don't fuck with... Dario hates a loser. He does not fuck with any of the Worldwide Underground, except for Taya, who did beat Ivelisse at Ultima Lucha. Taya deserves an opportunity, so it will be Taya versus Sexy Star for the Gift of the Gods title tonight.
Real quick, so you, I think, glossed over something because they kind of did. Johnny says we got him for real this time, so he'll be out of commission for a long time because we made that mistake last time when we did this. Meaning, I think they're giving story reasons for Angelico's injury that just took him out of commission most of last season.
Oh, yeah. This Worldwide Underground, I'm starting to think they're a bunch of real buttholes.
Real Americans.
Yeah, I'm a real American. Jumping a pasty string bean in the parking lot.
Yeah, and then I really liked when Angelico was leaving the temple that night, you hear, surprise, and then just PJ Black punches him in the face. That was very funny. And I wanted to comment on one thing that happened in the last match.
Please.
Son of Havoc got all this offense, goes to pin. We think it's going to be the final pin. 1, 2, and then fucking Matanza jets his chest up, flies Son of Havoc into the air, but Son of Havoc lands on his ass to then just in a flawless transition into an arm bar. It was so good.
Oh my gosh. It's the match to watch for this episode. It's one of those matches, if you're going back and you're listening to this and you're like, there's so many hours. Which ones do I watch? I would put this match on there though super easily. This is definitely a real showcase for both of these guys.
Mm-hmm. And the final match, dude.
Yeah, but we do have the Gift of the Gods. Let's talk about Taya and Sexy real quick, because the Gift of the Gods championship match is up next. Taya versus Sexy Star. They open up with a test of strength, as Matt points out that the Gift of the Gods title has not yet been successfully defended. Every time someone challenges for that title, they win that title. Arm drag into armbar as the stars of From Dusk Till Dawn. They're here and they appear on the camera. And you can watch the television series From Dusk Till Dawn on the El Rey Network. Plug. I did not watch this show. But it was, I'm glad people made television. That's neat.
Yeah, and it was directed by...
I forget.
Robert Rodriguez.
I remember now, yes.
The Ray himself.
Yes, he created thumbs that were also people and were also henchmen to a villain. I think that's Spy Kids too.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen the Spy Kids movies. That's my blank spot.
I have not seen them in a very long time. People seem to have very fond memories of them, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I would give them a second chance. Anyway, they duck a clothesline, duck a back elbow, stare down. Like all three matches on the card, very easy to watch, very fun to watch. They're trading so like they duck the clothesline, they duck the elbow. All right, time for some of this technical shenanigans to go out the window. They're trading slaps in the middle of the ring. This turns into a brawl. Taya takes an advantage with her running double knees into the corner, pin attempt. Then a moonsault, Sexy dodges, goes on the run, back elbow, lariat. Taya escapes to the outside, but Sexy pursues with a standing senton. Throws Taya back into the ring, kick out at 2. We get a fall-away slam as Worldwide Underground come out to the ring. That was Taya. Taya performs the fall-away slam. She's actually on top. There's really no reason for the Worldwide Underground to come out and start cheating or anything. Taya is, again, in the advantageous position at this point. But the Worldwide Underground is out. James says yes. As a miscalculation occurs, Johnny, instead of distracting Sexy Star, distracts Taya. And Sexy Star goes for the roll-up, pins Taya 1, 2, 3, wins the match at 4 minutes 33 seconds. Worldwide Underground distracting itself.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But they don't care. They can get the beat up at the end because they go in the ring and just start pounding on her.
Yeah, after the match, they're stomping her out and they're going kick, punch, kick. All hope is lost until the trio's champions, the aforementioned Drago, Aerostar, and Phoenix come out for the save. Honestly, the only 3 guys in Lucha Underground that I would cheer over Worldwide Underground. I love these guys. Listen, they're really neat, and they get into fights with nunchucks.
Hey, guys, guess what? Women don't need a white knight, all right? That's why I was thumbing down those 3 fuckers.
Oh, yeah, no one knew you were thumbing down those three fuckers until you said something.
I guess I should also be thumbing down Worldwide Underground because they were trying to white knight Taya.
Yeah, too many white knights in the trios division.
Get it out of here. The only white knight I want is the Joker and Batman White Knight.
The only Joker. Oh, fuck. I want to watch the People's Joker again. It was very good. Yeah, this is just a moment in the podcast to tell y'all the People's Joker is very good. Make sure you check out that film if it comes to an area near you.
Do it, fuckers. I would like to actually, real quick, go back to a short promo done in the ring by Evil E saying, hey, I want to take out fucking Katrina. Then Katrina shows up and she says like, oh yeah, I'll take you out at Ultima Lucha 3. Guys, this season is 40 episodes and Ultima Lucha 3 is a 4-parter. So it is a 37 to 40 episode buildup. That's too long. Sentai wouldn't even do that. They're like, okay, we're mid-season. Whatever was brought up on the first episode, let's deal with that now. And then next episode, we'll have something cool show up that we can fully resolute at the end of the series. That's wild. And Sean, I was like, I was thinking these fuckers are like now 9 months stronger because that's generally, I guess not a full 9 months. There's quite a bit during normal TV seasons when you, from like filming to now. However, they stopped filming in January of 2016 for season 2, and they were back filming March of 2016. And air dates was just from July to September that year.
Damn, that's wild for a TV show, but makes a lot of sense for wrestling.
Yeah, because it's just like, hey, we're doing one, so we're doing a few a week and having a blast.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a crazy schedule because of how many they're filming. Like, there's still such a toll on the body just because they're not on that WWE like touring schedule, which is brutal. Mm-hmm. They're not quite on that, but they're still on a very take a toll on you type of schedule. And yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're running a little behind. But yeah, Evil East does call out Katrina. Katrina flickers the lights and appears on the top of the office, just full Catwoman'd out. That was the Batman villain I mentioned up top, is Katrina, who interfered in the Taya Evil East match at Ultima Lucha, and has been just kind of, Katrina and Evil East have been poking at each other. The trios titles mishaps. When the, I forgot the team name. So,
the Guys of Death.
Yeah. Since they took the titles off of the Odd Thruple. And that's been was that season 1 or season 2?
That was season 2.
Okay. They've had it going on for a while. I'm curious. I'm surprised. I'm curious why they didn't do something mid-season as well. Like why they're holding off until Ultima Lucha 3.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's curious. But I'm excited. I like how that played off. Like I said at the end of last season, Katrina might be like one of my favorite wrestlers now. Now that she's like actively competing, she's so fucking good.
And then a couple last things on the Johnny Mundo stuff from the previous match. They were hypothesizing, thinking about, what would happen if Taya did win the belt? What would that do to Johnny? And Vampiro goes, hey, well, I know for sure Johnny would be standing in the front of a mirror, really thinking about what could be, daydreaming with the belt around meaning like she brings it home and he's just like wearing it.
Yeah, which honestly, I could see.
I see this more, Taya's wearing it and he's just like at her feet and she says, wash them.
Why? Okay.
And also,
I didn't mean to say why like that. It was it felt so dripping with sexuality and sensuality.
Yeah.
That my Catholic guilt just flared up.
But she also says, and while you're at it, wash that scarf of yours.
Never. Absolutely. And deny it of its sweet, sweet, sweaty goodness. How dare you, Taya? Just because we're jumping around, we got 2 segments left. Dario's office. Dario's on the phone. He says it wasn't that bad. Met a lot of really cool guys, which is a very funny. I don't know why that's such a funny description of prison to me, but something about it wasn't too bad. Met a lot of really cool guys. That's how I describe my entrance into the Marsland Media Empire conglomeration. He says that when Marty the Moth Martinez enters the office, before knocking on the door, he enters, then he knocks, which is the alpha move of a crazy person, which is exactly what I come here to see Marty for.
Yeah.
Dario gets off the phone. Marty's here to welcome Dario back to the temple, make sure his gift was delivered, to which Dario's like, it did. Your family's generosity is well documented. Dario wants to be clear that he is an innocent man, however, so no one should talk about his unfortunate vacation ever again. Marty's like, yeah, no, of course, I'm here to talk business, okay? He wants to be in that main event picture. He wants to start seeing some title action. But Dario's like, well, here's the thing. I need men who are not afraid of war. Men like, I don't know, the guy whose dog tags you're still wearing. Because Dario remembers that, hey, you're still wearing Killshot's dog tags. Appears as though you have some unfinished business. Marty's like, no, I'm done with him. I don't care about Killshot. I'm moving on with my life. And he's like, great. He's not done with you, though. So next week, Dario has a brand new match type he wishes to unveil. Weapons of mass destruction between Marty the Moth Martinez and Killshot. Marty responds, he's down for it. He's down for some crazy new match type. He says if Killshot wants these back, he better be ready for war. And then he crazy laughs as Dario reconsiders hiring a legit crazy person to wrestle in his company. But you know what? He's got a contract now, and this is more of an underground death cult than an actual wrestling company. So Marty, looking forward to seeing you next week.
Okay, we have to remember, Marty was never hired. He was a fan in the crowd who just kept showing up. And now I think Dario's just scared to say leave.
I like that a lot, actually. That makes, and because he's a crazy person that just showed up one week, but he's a crazy person that just showed up one week that comes from a very wealthy family.
Oh yeah, it's like when you do have a rich friend, but they are intolerable, but you keep them around because when you go to the mall, they buy Orange Julius for everyone.
It's kind of like your one shitty friend who does not deserve your friendship, but they do buy you Orange Julius.
Mm-hmm.
Their family's generosity is well documented.
Orange Julius, orange chicken, and then just orange peels from hot dog on a stick because they smashed their own orange juice.
Well, Orange, you ready for another smashing? We got a main event to get to.
And like when I saw Ted in the theaters, I did not want this match to end.
Oh, I wish I enjoyed Ted as much as other people I know.
Dude, you gotta watch the TV show. The TV show works. It's so good.
I'm glad it does. That's okay.
Because it's
I gotta watch Conor O'Malley's special for a fifth time.
It's when Ted and whatever Mark Wahlberg's character, it's them in early high school. So it works better because it's like a boy and his bear opposed to a grown man. It's just, and the woman playing the mom is a knockout, my favorite TV mom now. She's so just a perfect character.
Oh my God. Fair. It just made me think of Kathy Najimy, who plays Peggy Hill, my all-time favorite TV mom. Going back and watching a few King of the Hills. I didn't realize she's also the mom in, she's John Lovitz's wife in Rat Race. If you remember the Rat Race movie, it's like 2001.
I remember them, but all I remember is I'm prairie dogging.
Hell yeah, she's the mom in that scene.
Okay.
She was one of the witches, one of the sisters in Hocus Pocus.
Wait, really?
Yeah. She's the one who's not Bette Midler or Sarah Jessica Parker.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, no, just like on TV moms. I think I'm getting her name right. Kathy Najimy.
Yes.
She's like, yeah, she's fucking badass, and I just want people to say her name more.
All right, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Also, this was a great way for me to delve back into the main event. I didn't have a transition, but we're running out of time. And Rey Mysterio versus Pentagón Dark is a great main event. Rey's coming out off of the win in the main event spot of night 2 in Ultima Lucha 2. So Rey's on top of the world. He just beat Prince Puma. He's looking hot as hell. Pentagón Dark just lost his title opportunity against Matanza in not even the main event. He was like I think it was the middle of the card, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So like, which like also plays into like where his head's at right now. He very publicly dismissed Vampiro as a mentor. He said, "I'm done with you." He washed his hands with Vampiro. So he's on an interesting slide, both I think in his career and mentally and emotionally. While Ray's on the opposite. It's crazy shit. Ray comes out in double mask. He's wearing like an entrance, like an outer mask, which is reminiscent of his uncle's match, the original Rey Mysterio Sr., which is awesome. You'll love to see a little bit of legacy, a little bit of a historic significance paid due. And this match, I won't spend, because we're short on time. I won't spend too much time other than telling you this entire episode, really.
Yeah.
Worth going out of your way. This match is beautiful. Mm-hmm. Seeing Ray and Penta tie up for the first time. And Vampiro pointed out, which I love, Penta grew up on Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is, to think of how many places Rey Mysterio has wrestled, how long he's been wrestling. Yeah, Pentagón has grown up on Rey. So he knows a lot of his tricks. He knows a lot of his, like, not only his moves, but how his mind goes into moves. Mm-hmm. So you see Pentagón just kind of like predictive texting all of Ray's fucking dialed in shit. It's so cool.
Oh man, my predictive text is constantly just saying hot dog.
Oh.
Because I'm constantly messaging my doctor saying, I'm still eating the hot dogs. You're not going to make me stop.
I forget the exact, like, how to break it down. There's a sentence that's like buffalo, 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 buffalo. It makes sense. There's so many different uses of the word buffalo. James has been trying to do that with the word hot dog for a decade now, but unfortunately the only use of the word hot dog is to describe a hot dog.
No, hot dogging is when you're on skis, like being pulled behind. Like that's why Hot Dog the movie is called Hot Dog the Movie, because it's about a ski slope.
Excuse me. I have been corrected, and I thank you for that.
And to say, like, man, hot dog, like it's an exclamation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's 3.
And a literal hot dog.
I'm counting that as the 3rd.
Okay, then wait. No. I'm saying a dog that is hot.
Oh, excuse me, a sweltering canine.
Yeah,
we're up to 4. Guys, keep on the lookout for in your local public libraries as James releases this poem, Hot Dog.
And like a sexy dude, like that's a hot dog, baby.
That's a fucking hot dog. Okay, all right.
Or also, a hefty hog, if I know what I'm saying.
All right, shouts out to all the hefty penises out there. Let's wrap this. I'm just gonna jump to the end. If you're all right with that.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. God, this match goes so fucking hard. I'm trying to find it's hard to find a place to pick it up from. Because they go, pick it up. They go very aggressive very quickly. There's at one point, it's a dead weight. Rey Mysterio was just dead weight as Pentagón is trying to lock in this rear waist lock. Ray arm drags his way out of it, sets up for the 619. Penta dodges, super kicks, then hits a gut buster. Oh. Ray kicks out again. Vampiro's sweating. He has to he stands up from the desk. He's like, oh, jeez, boy. These guys are really going at it. It's this weird. I get the sense that Vampiro, as much as he's kind of hurt and he is like cutting ties with Pentagón, I still get this sense of love.
Yeah.
Vampiro for Pentagón. Like, Pentagón broke up with Vampiro.
Oh, yeah.
Vampiro did not want to break up with Pentagón.
Oh, we've all been there.
I know, so it's hard, but you got to still call this match, and you got to call it unbiased and objectively, but it's still like, that's my guy. That's my guy, though, still. Penta sees this, and he's like, no, I am not your guy anymore. He gets out of the ring to just yell at Vampiro.
And as he's going out of the ring, Vampiro just goes, oh, shit.
It's so sad, actually. Because, again, Vampiro doesn't want this. Pentagón's distracting himself. It's like, this is bad. This is objectively bad tactics to get out of the ring to yell at the announcer.
Especially with a high flyer like Ray in there.
And a high flyer legend like Ray, who's seen it all. Vampiro, by the way, cannot take this. After Pentagón finishes yelling at him, He gets up, he takes off the headsets. He's like, I can't do this. I gotta go. And Vampiro exits. He's done. Penta gets back in the ring. You can't give Rey Mysterio this much time. 619 into a Canadian destroyer. The flipping pile driver deal, which is awesome. That 619, Rey does a lot of things out of the 619, the West Coast pop. I think lately it's been the frog splash. He's been using that for a while. But to see the 619 into a Canadian destroyer, it's just like, shit, man, Rey's not in WWE anymore. Wow. And that's the win. Penta is defeated in 8 minutes and 18 seconds.
But Penta ain't done.
No, after the match, Penta attacks the celebrating Rey. Razor's Edge powerbomb out of the corner into the sacrifice arm breaker. He's setting it up. But El Dragon Azteca Jr. with the broken arm of his own from Penta, who interfered in his Ultima Lucha Dos match. El Dragon Azteca Jr. runs into the ring, pushes Penta out, makes the save. Penta's like shaking his fist. Dragon's squaring off. Matt is signing off as the credits start to roll. But we got one more little scene, don't we? Cut to the locker room as the credits start rolling. Prince Puma is going into flashback mode, recalling his loss to Rey Mysterio Jr. at Ultima Lucha 2. Prince Puma, the inaugural Lucha Underground champion, the guy before Rey got here and everyone else started stepping up. Puma, I was talking about backsliding before. Puma on a bit of a backslide in his career at the Temple right now as well. So he's in his own head. He's in his own fields as Vampiro comes in and he's just here to empathize. He says, I know what you're feeling, Puma. You're lost. Maybe you need some guidance. Puma's all edgy. I don't need anything, especially not from you. Vampiro calls it as he sees it, though. Puma has not been the same since losing the belt to Mil Muertes way back in season 2. He took your mentor from you. He took you from you. Vampiro says, you want to be Prince Puma again? The man? You got to take out Mil Muertes. Prince Puma says, he's surprised you're not asking me to take out Pentagón for you. To which Vampiro chuckles a little bit. He says, hey, brother, this ain't about me. It's all about you. And kindly sitcom dad Vampiro, I fuck with this variant a lot.
Oh, yeah. I almost started crying like this.
Yeah.
Because it feels real. Like he has had these conversations with people in wrestling to be like, hey, man, like your time will come. Like, out of kayfabe, telling people it's fine. Like you will get your chance to be great.
Mm-hmm. And that you need to capitalize on that chance. Mm-hmm. Like you cannot just be passive. It's normal to feel this way. It's normal to be in this kind of funk, but you cannot be passive about this funk. Mm-hmm. You need to go beat the shit out of Mil Muertes. He wasn't even booked. We didn't even see him in a backstage segment this episode. Prince Puma, go out there, find Mil, and get him back on TV. And get your mojo back. Like, the bits aside, this is a very, very sweet and beautiful moment that feels real. Yeah. And feels like genuinely the thing, we've said before, and I think the best thing Vampiro does on this show, he's not the cleanest play-by-play commentator. He makes mistakes here and there. He kind of, he's not perfect. But the thing he does so well is show off his love. When he gets really, like when he's excited for a match or he's just like excited for a spot, it shows and it's infectious. And I think it's the same kind of, that's the same kind of love he's showing in this segment by like taking care of Puma. It's not about Pentagón. It's not about me. It's about you and putting another wrestler first because he just loves wrestling. It's so good to see. Kindly sitcom dad Vampiro fucking rocks. And so do all of you for listening to Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, Season 3, Episode 1. Thank you so much for coming through. I'm going to just kind of get into it as James silently screams. You would never be able to know if I didn't tell you, but I thought you should know.
Oh, shoot, my mic was muted.
Oh, okay. I make sure you call James personally to ask for that sweet, sweet scream. Maybe if you subscribe to the Patreon, he'll scream for you. Yeah. I'm not going to promise that. Hey, twitch.tv, Goose Von Kaiser is where you can find me. James, hit him with them good goods. Where can they go do all the things?
Hey guys, I have a new album, a beat tape coming out. I believe it's called Post Breakup Indie Beats. Yes. It's a bunch of crunk beats that I made for some people, but they weren't using them. So I was like, all right, I'm going to just put it out as a beat tape because you forfeited them. They didn't pay for them or anything. I made them on spec, as Sean might say in his industry, babe.
Yes. My industry of selling X-ray glasses via comic books. The old X-ray specs, if you will.
That dude still lives in 1953.
Yep, I am Brendan Fraser from Blast from a Past. Baby.
Whoa, hell yeah. Or Brendan Fraser from Now and Then.
Yeah, or Brendan Fraser
from The Mummy. That's in the his character eventually gets to the 50s.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser rocks. I was going to say Airheads, but honestly, I just want to be Brendan Fraser in Airheads. That movie's
wouldn't
great.
We all? But what you can do is listen to that this Friday. It's a good time. Just throw it on. It'll get you a little hyped before you go out for the evening.
Yeah.
And then head over to patreon.com/MLM pod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday. This Friday, I believe, is Nicole and I on Engaged with Nicolas Cage discussing the season of The Witch.
Hell yeah.
And And if you're a $10 patron, you get all the weekly stuff. Included in that as well is bonus content every single month, as well as getting your name shouted out on every single free feed podcast. Let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z. the Waz, Orion, Jordan B. the Chaos Witch, my Bickle brother in common law, Joshua, Jakis, Steve Barnes, Sweet Child of Time, my mother, Lil Corey's BFF and now former roommate Shane, That Fed, twitch.tv/Core Winning, it's Corwin, and from Formulaica Podcast and Script Writing, as well as The Rom Complex, which I believe this week they're discussing Viva Rock Vegas, the Flintstones. It's twitch.tv/R2 Shelby 2. I've been James.
And I've been Sean, and this has been Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling. Purple Prancer forever.
Bye.